So, guys, today I'll be discussing a story which is very personal to me. In fact, it is the reason why I started this YouTube channel in the first place. So, I think it was around 2013 14, okay, when I got urticaria. Now, what is urticaria? So, it's your typical skin rashes, itching, swelling, the redness, all those patches that you get on your skin. In fact, if I go to Cleveland, it says these are raised red bumps or splotches on the skin, type of swelling on the surface of your skin as some kind of allergic reaction. And it was around February, March when I got this. So I thought it will go away. I used to see some rashes on the skin, those kind of things. And weeks went by and it never got better. In fact, it got worse to the point where I would just sit anywhere and within 15 to 20 minutes, some itching would start in some part of the body and it would just spread like wildfire. Now, it may sound very simplistic, but trust me, it becomes extremely frustrating. So, I went to my uncle who is a doctor and he gave me cetrizine. Okay, it's a very popular antihistamine. I believe any of you who has had allergies or skin rashes or even cough, cold must have taken these. So, these are antihistamines, they block the release of histamines, and that's how all those rashes and allergy it just stops. And you think that everything has become normal, but the reality is that it just blocks the histamines. So he said you take it for 6 weeks and you'll be completely fine after that. And that was never the case, because after 2 months, when I stopped the medication, so let's say I stopped on Monday, and on Thursday the symptoms were back, and they were back with the same intensity. Then I went to another doctor. He took my blood tests, immunoglobulins, all of that, the entire, CBC he did, and things were pretty fine. Like there was nothing remarkable on the report as such. So uh, he also prescribed, I believe, antihistamines. And the thing is, once you take those medications, life becomes normal. You think like, you're just anybody who's going about his life. But the moment you stop it, so what used to happen, I stopped it on Monday, and on Thursday, all the symptoms will be back, okay, within 2 days. And this is extremely frustrating. Then I went to another doctor who is supposedly a dermatologist. He's very good at it, and he gives the same thing again, a cetrizine hydrochloride or something like that. And he tells me you can take it forever. It's not going to have side effects. You can take it forever. And one thing I realized while I was taking this medication is I was falling sick quite often, like cough, cold, upper respiratory tract infections. And it was like every 2 months I'll fall sick. I'll get cough or cold, something like that. And these doctors make you believe that there's no way to get out of it. So I started listening to Swami Ramdev on YouTube to understand how to deal with the skin rashes and allergy. And categorically, I wrote how to deal with urticaria. And that's how I was introduced to Maha Manjishta, the Quath Pravahi. Look, I'm going to put all these medications right here, even in the description box. And then subsequently, I was introduced to Patanjali Haridra Khand, which in fact got me rid of urticaria once and forever. So I took Haridra Khand. It was around Feb 2019. And I took Haridra Khand for a week at a stretch. And in those days, I was not taking cetrizine. And believe you me, during those 7 days, the symptoms completely subsided. And it was unbelievable because I couldn't believe my eyes that actually Haridra Khand stopped all the symptoms. There was no redness, no rashes, no swelling. It was gone forever. And that is the time I said, look, I'm going to continue this, right? Because I don't want to stop it. I don't want the symptoms to come back, because that is exactly what used to happen with cetrizine. But that was not the case with Haridra Khand. I think I took it for 3 weeks because I was really afraid to give up on it in the first place. But then once I discontinued it, the symptoms never returned. And it was the same thing. Like I stopped it after 3 weeks, and was it spring, summer, cold, the symptoms never came back. I believe anybody can get rashes or just bit of redness here and there. Maybe you are exposed to some environment or some kind of a food allergy or something like that. But if it becomes a persistent affair, that's when things take turn for the worse. And I was surprised, like Haridra Khand healed me forever. I still, it was a Patanjali Haridra Khand. You can check out your own options. For me, it worked like magic because it got me rid of something I never thought I'd be able to get rid of. And that's exactly why I'm such a big fan of Ayurveda and Patanjali and their products. Okay, you can have your opinions on the company, but the medicines that they make, I would say, are top notch. And as you can see, I have the first hand experience of how I completely healed myself from urticaria using their Haridra Khand. So I would recommend you, wherever you live in the world, that you can try Haridra Khand as well. It works like wonders, it works like magic. And yeah, the doctors will have you believe that you need to keep taking the antihistamines, the cetirizines for all your life. But trust me, you don't need to. You can heal yourself once and for all. You can use Haridra Khand, you can use Giloy, Mahamanjashta Adhikwath. These are amazing products for these kind of issues like basic immunity and specifically urticaria, where you're getting these rashes and itching and all these kind of issues. And yeah, so this was my story, why I kind of started this channel. I realized the power of Ayurveda, and really it just worked like anything for me. So this is the reason I say that, try to have your own experiences rather than relying on somebody else. If it did not work for me, of course I could have said that nothing works, but because it did work for me, I can easily recommend it to anybody else who finds themselves in a similar situation, and I'm pretty sure it's going to work for them as well. So let me know your thoughts. Have you ever tried Haridra Khand or similar kind of medication? Did it work for you? Did it not work for you? Because I can tell you that if you're suffering from urticaria, you have to try Haridra Khand, and I can bet you it'll heal you like anything. You can do all your food allergy tests and blood tests and whatnot, but if you know that these are the exact symptoms, if you know the diagnosis, it would definitely work like magic for you. So do let me know, how did you like this video? Have you ever suffered from urticaria? Have you ever tried any of these products? What was your experience? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and do like, share and subscribe this video. Thanks for watching. Om Namaste.